What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the All Sports Talk podcast, your daily dose of sports. I am here, Justin Holland, with
And
another
Ruben
co-host.
Wasserman, and other co-host me.
Yep, we've got two co-hosts here. So today we want to get into a little something. We're recording this at right now. The time is 10:34 p.m. on Thursday night. So the Leafs just played. So what we're going to do today is, once again, all hockey. Toronto Maple Leafs talk today. We're going to recap their 2-1 loss to the Montreal Canadiens. And then, so that's probably going to take us, and maybe at the end we'll see how it goes, but maybe we will get into a little premiere for Saturday's game, or even a series premiere. So let's get into this right away. Leafs lose 2-1 to the Montreal Canadiens at home in Game 1. What do you think was the biggest takeaway from this game? Like, do you think the Habs are a real threat?
Like they're a good team, but both of their goals came on breakaways and odd man rushes. So I think the Leafs have a day to work on that tomorrow, and in morning's practice maybe on Saturday to fix that up. But they didn't have many great opportunities. Fought like on the rush, like 3-on-3 with going against our defensemen.
Yeah. Carey Price stood on his head tonight. He was amazing. The fact I just want to point out about that is Montreal is 8th in scoring off the rush, but 25th is scoring in a cycle scenario. So
Yeah.
it's just an interesting fact. It shows if the Leafs can limit how much the Habs are able to rush it and get odd man breaks, I think that will go a long way for them, and it'll play a crucial part in the series.
It's just that the one odd man rush goal had to be shorthanded.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Paul Byron. A little tired skaters out there. Sandy was a little bit tired, but listen, you move on to the next one. Obviously, we don't like to get into this type of stuff on our podcast, but John Tavares had a pretty disgusting injury. So prayers to John Tavares, and that's going to affect them a lot. It really did suck. It still does suck. Losing him probably at least a couple more games. I don't see him coming back that quickly after something like that where he had to get carried off a stretcher. Do you think, how much would you say losing John Tavares affects the Maple Leafs, even for like a Game 2 or a Game 3?
I don't think the leadership is the issue. It's the scoring ability. Because the leadership is there with Thornton, Spezza.
The retro line.
Yeah. It's just the scoring. Nylander's been great in the playoffs the past few years. When he scored again tonight.
He was great tonight.
Yeah. It's just that he's the guy. He's the captain. He's getting paid. And it just sucks to see him go down.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to lose a guy like John Tavares. The leadership is one thing. You don't really need it, but he was on a tear. He was playing really well. And yeah, it just really sucks to lose a guy like that. Your captain. Let's get into another topic here. About this game. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put something out here. So next game, I think they should put Travis Dermott in. I don't know for him, but Travis Dermott should be in next game.
I think Zach Bogosian has to stay.
I think Sandin might have to go.
I think Sandin have to go. I just don't think Sandin can anchor that first power play line.
Yeah. I think they're kind of in a hole here. I think another year of development should be good to do that. He's a tremendous passer, but still, he's 21, not quite there yet. I thought tonight we lost John Tavares, so the Leafs are one forward short. Who fills in for the next forward spot?
Well, at least we have that depth. It might not be Cole Caulfield or Kasperi Kotkaniemi, but it's still Alex Galchenyuk or Pierre Engvall.
Yeah, I mean, one of the two. Another note, Jake Evans did leave the game today, in the third period, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we do see, I guess, Kasperi Kotkaniemi or Cole Caulfield. But I think that I think that they should put in Galchenyuk. He slots in perfectly on that second line where he played a good portion of the regular season. I think you can move Nylander to center. Or my other scenario is you move Kerfoot to the second line and put Engvall on the third line with Riley Nash centering.
I
I
just don't
don't think
think
they
you
will do
can
that.
put Pierre Engvall in because he's so poor at back checking and has
Yeah.
no physicality. Like Galchenyuk takes a lot of penalties, but he's physical.
No, other Engvall takes so many penalties. That's why
Well,
he's
they
out of the
both
lineup.
take a lot of
Yeah.
take a lot of penalties.
Well, while
But
we're on the topic of penalties, 5 penalties, 3 delay of game penalties. Wow, that's like unheard of. That's vile. And 2 of them from stars. 2 of them from 2 of your star players.
like the one that was Justin Hall's fault was not like it wasn't really his fault. Like
Yeah.
his stick was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because if his
Yeah, I
stick was
guess.
on the ice, it wouldn't have been a delay game.
Yeah. Was I think also rolling puck, a lot of components went into that one. Marner Nylander, that kind of stuff is unacceptable. I thought generally the power play, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't like something that stood out to you, but it was good. Like it wasn't like they had chances, multiple
Yeah,
chances on all their power plays. They did let up
but
a shorthanded goal, but
their power play didn't score either. So it
yeah,
was,
and they had 5 of them.
and I do not think this game is Jack Campbell's fault at all.
Like he let up 2 goals. He let up 2 goals on. I'm not sure how many shots. It
Well,
was 30-something shots.
but that first goal wasn't really his fault because there was the broken stick in front of him, and he had to move it, and bam, here comes Josh Anderson on a break.
Yeah, he's good. Overall, not the way we expect to start up a series. Carey Price was phenomenal tonight. Had a couple chances at the end, couldn't quite bury it. Kind of felt the
That's
missing
because our
Tavares.
guys are good. Because our guys were on the ice for 4 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Tough way to go out in game 1, but listen, it is what it is. You prepare for Saturday. You come back and you win Saturday. You try to split the series. Or it's this
Yeah,
2-game series in a series. And then go back
and
to
Boston lost. Boston lost game 1, and now they're up. They're up 2-1. So
anything can happen in the playoffs. So yeah,
it's
I
just
mean,
losing Tavares might hurt in the long run of
a
the
lot,
series.
a lot. It
Like
really sucks.
it was a play that could have been avoided, but not really been avoided.
Corey
Like
Perry, I feel like when Corey Perry and Polino fought, I feel like it was 2 vets going with each other saying, "You know the drill. I gotta do this." Sort of that type of thing. When they like, "I gotta fight you," like.
yeah, like Corey Perry tried his best to avoid it. And
Yeah,
it's just that the game moves so fast that it's so hard to avoid stuff like that.
yeah, it really
So
sucks. Obviously, it wasn't intentional.
it wasn't intentional, but it was dirty.
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it sucks, but hopefully he's alright. Prayers out to John Tavares. And yeah, so that did not
We'll
take as long as I predicted.
maybe we can get into a preview for game 2.
Yep. I don't know what time you're seeing this. Could be Friday, could be Saturday before the game. Leafs and Habs get set for game number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, it should be a good one. The Leafs looking to fight back and get their first game. The Habs, on the other hand, looking to continue and take a committed to nothing series lead. What would you say is the biggest key for the Leafs to take them Habs?
I think it's the power play. Even if you just get 1 on the power play, that's still good. Because our
Still a
penalty
goal.
kill's been great.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can look at both sides, awful power plays. I think the
I think
Leafs
we're tied with
basically
the
have,
Habs, or close to tied with the Habs.
um, I think it's since March, Toronto is 7.7% on the power play. which is 30th in the NHL. I don't know the team behind them, but I'm very interested to know. My guess is the Sabres.
Yeah, actually, maybe not. They actually went on a small run at the end of the year with
Maybe.
with that old rookie coming in.
Yeah. So let's get into the next part here, which is my key. I think the power play is really crucial, and that's something that I probably would have said. But I think the key is the bottom six for Toronto. I think that
Yeah,
they played a fairly decent game. I think that they need to produce. I think that the vintage line needs to show some leadership. I think that a goal from them would be really, really good. I think it would be, even like the first goal game, it's a big confidence boost. I think that the third line needs to shut down their opponents. I think the bottom six forwards, how much they produce, how much they're able to defend, I think that plays a dramatic key. Because we know how much the Maple Leafs, we know how good their top six is, so. Yeah.
like the physicality was there in game one. They need to keep that physicality up. That's also a big key.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. We can just, I guess, hop into predictions here.
Oh, another key going back to Montreal is that Montreal does have fans in the stands.
No,
That
no, I don't think they do.
I thought they were
Today is the
allowed
20th. Today's the
500.
8 days allowed on the 28th. Today's the 20th.
Oh, so
Depends how long the
so the
series
series
is.
could, yeah,
If the
but
series does
like
get to
maybe
the 28th, I'm not sure.
like maybe if the series is close there, the fans could make that difference for them. You never know.
That's big. Yeah, that certainly is. All right. I'll go
Because
first with the score predictions.
based on the other series in the like in the states, it looks like they've been packing the fans in the lower bowl.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of fans, especially Carolina. There are a lot of fans there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first with the score predictions here. I have the Leafs winning it 3-2 in overtime with goals
Yeah.
from Matthews, Spezza, and Rasmus Sandin if he plays. If he plays. If not, I would go with Nick Lee against his first as a Maple Leaf.
I was going to say 4-3 Leafs in regulation because all the other games started off low scoring besides Carolina or not Carolina, Florida and Tampa Bay. But now the games are
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 goals
Well,
at this
no, Florida
point.
and Tampa Bay started off with that crazy game, like 5-4.
Yeah, yeah, like that was the only game that was pretty high scoring, 9 goals. So
Yeah.
I think 4-3 for the Leafs with goals from Matthews. I think Kerfoot can get one. I see one coming from the blue line, like a Jake Muzzin or Morgan Riley, and one from like Wayne Simmons.
Right? Predictions are in, predictions are locked, predictions are set. So, yeah, I mean, this wasn't necessarily such a long one. I think that next stretch, we're probably not going to be able to post a lot of this stuff, considering it's every other day the Leafs are playing. So we
Yeah.
are not going to get many of these in because we're not going to be able to do a recap for Game 3 and then put it out on Monday. We're going to have to, and we certainly don't want to do predictions for Game 5 when Game 4 is the next day. So,
Yeah. And there's a back to back. I think game 3 and 4 are back to back on Monday, Tuesday.
I'm not sure about that. Maybe you're right. Anyway, so
I
probably
know
won't get any of these.
I don't know what days it is, but I know there is a back to back somewhere in the series.
But I guarantee you that we will have a series recap when the series comes to a close, whenever that is.
Even if the Leafs don't win, there will still be a recap.
We'll somehow push through it. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.